This herd of elephants, out here in the open, far away from the trees they usually sleep under, I know them well. The females are all sticking together for a good reason. They're waiting for a happy event. These matriarchs have been patrolling the park for many years. It's as if they were watching over the other animals. I'm glad they seem calm. Their trunks sniff at the air for any danger. They know that when night falls, the predators aren't far behind. Ten years ago, there were nearly 20,000 elephants here in the park. Now, there are barely 5,000 left. I'm dismayed to see that, despite all the laws passed since 1953 to protect the area, poaching is still causing much harm here. So the arrival of a new baby elephant is a highly symbolic event for me. The females all gather round the matriarch as she gives birth. She's settled on a bank of loose sand, so her little one will have a soft landing into the world. Mother and child say their first hellos. This first tender exchange will bond them for life. The little one will never forget the smell of his mother. Once he's on his feet, they have to get going and leave the river of sand for the safety of the trees. The females all surround the new arrival. To get to cover, they have to cross the hunting ground of the lions. After man, the elephant's greatest predator. In lean times like these, the big cats never stray far from the river. They all go there every day at some point. As a food store, it's very exposed. And the lions really like that. The whole family's here. The elephants know there's safety in numbers. Ears waving and trumpeting, they're pretty intimidating. And they stick together. They're the first to charge, and the little ones are right behind them. It's their first attack. The herd heads off across the plain. They're safe. For now. A young one's been hurt in the attack. He's exhausted and having trouble keeping up with his mother and sister. I've been observing them for a long time, and I know a herd of elephants always keeps on the move. It covers dozens of miles to find food, especially if there are little ones to suckle. And the food is getting scarce around here. There's not much left on the trees. If a little one's handicapped, it puts the whole family in danger. Predators are quick to spot a herd's weak spot. So it's up to the matriarchs to decide his fate. One time, I saw a mother abandon her own either sick or wounded offspring to save the rest of the group. Happily, though, this time they slow down so the little fellow can keep up. With that limp, he's really struggling. Without food and care, I doubt that this little one will survive. But for now, the herder stopped and gathered round him. At least they can all have a rest. The youngest ones lie down, the others just relax as best they can. Tonight, the big cats are all out on the prowl, and it's full moon, so everyone's on the alert. I decide to stay up with them. I'm lucky enough to get a glimpse of a leopard. Normally they hunt in the morning or late in the afternoon. They're the world's fastest mammal. This canoe never had a chance. But even more than predators, it's poachers and drought that are the animals' worst enemies. It's 50 degrees Celsius at the height of the dry season, with no shade and just a few increasingly rare stagnant puddles. To survive in such conditions, you have to make do with what little there is, and make sure you get your share. The natural cycle of life here has been disrupted. Even between the predators, the tension is mounting. There's an urgency here that I've never felt before. For some species, there's just not enough. And there are more and more of them. Large numbers of animals are dying of hunger, injuries, or thirst. I'm not so much sad about this as angry. How can this unique and special place be preserved? There aren't the funds to stop all the poachers, and the dams built upstream are taking the water from a river that once never dried up. Even the baboons are on edge, and they're the most resourceful of all here on the savanna. The chief of the troop is on watch. He doesn't miss a thing. They're getting supplies in, and no one's going to get in the way. Only the baboons can find food 60 feet off the ground. They have a couple of natural advantages that none of the other animals have: fingers and the ability to defy gravity. The most agile of them feed themselves first, but they don't forget their family down there waiting for their meal to fall from the sky. They're so busy feasting on ripe fruit that they don't notice there's danger close at hand. A baboon is a leopard's favorite lunch, and this leopard's feeling a little peckish. The antelopes are a warning sign. If they're calm, then there are no predators about. If they run off, though, it's time to be worried. Try as the leopard may to camouflage himself, the chief baboon still spots him and calls for backup. But no matter how much the big males puff up their chests, I can't see them getting the better of a leopard, a beast that can make short work of a monkey. These baboons don't lose their cool, though. On the contrary, they go on the offensive. To my surprise, the leopard finds himself outnumbered, and the baboons win the day with their teamwork. So the leopard goes off to try and find his lunch somewhere else. It goes to show that those baboons can be tougher than anyone. They just won't let anyone else on their turf or near their food. While his tribe are all preening and grooming, the chief is patrolling the invisible borders of his territory. Even the buffalo don't bother him. Of all the animals I've been filming for 10 years now, it's the buffalo that really fascinate me. They usually live in herds of several hundred, but when there's a drought, they all converge on the sources of water in a great army, often more than 1,000 strong. It's quite a crowd. I've never seen so many of them around here.